13 Action News, elevating Las Vegas, live at 5.
Right now, a bad combination why the heat plus your meds or your makeup could make you vulnerable to a sunburn.
Plus, family-friendly employers. What's driving companies to make policy changes for parents?
And an emotional plea.
They responded in 5 seconds. They did their jobs.
How comedian Jon Stewart is trying to secure money for 9/11 first responders.
But first, heat, and more heat. It's a 13 First Alert Action Day as triple-digit heat prompts an extreme heat warning, and it doesn't look like the hundreds are going away.
All right, so right now we do have First Alert team coverage tonight. Anchor Nina Porciuncula explains which health products could actually cause some bad burns. But first, let's start with meteorologist Dan Bronis. Dan, you called it. It's here.
Yeah, you know what? The heat's here, but you know what? There is some good news, guys. Today, our temperatures did not get as warm as we thought. Still above 100, but nowhere near that excessive heat advice or warning threshold. And we have that issue, but this is mostly for tomorrow now. Today's temperatures staying a little down, so there's some good news. Tomorrow, the heat is moving in. We're talking possibly 105, if not warmer. So it is going to be a little warm out there by Wednesday. And you know, it's not just us. Phoenix, back over to Yuma, and Central California, Southern Oregon in this as well. This is a massive high pressure moving in. So easily with heat like this, you could easily be affected, maybe have to go to the hospital. You don't want to have any of these side effects from the heat. If you start feeling your pulse going a little fast, you feel a little dizzy, call 911, maybe get to the hospital, cool your body off immediately. Heat stroke's the bad one. You have any signs of that, head to the hospital immediately. That is life or death. And tomorrow, very easily can you start showing signs of that if you're outside for too long. Now tonight, temperature's still warm, don't get me wrong, but not as hot as we thought. Winds up there. High clouds, they're going to stick around. Temperatures dropping back into the 80s tonight, but tomorrow's the hot day. We'll show you the numbers coming up.
All right, Dan, thank you. And whenever the heat kicks in, we always try to protect our skin when we go out.
But it turns out that you may be putting things in your body that can actually increase the sensitivity to the sun. And 13 Action News anchor Nina Porciuncula now explains what products you should avoid before going outside, Nina.
Hey, you could be putting on sunscreen and still be getting sunburned, and you may be wondering why. Well, a doctor told me there are two things you should blame for that: the type of medication you're taking and the kind of products you're putting on your skin. Summertime and medicine time don't always go well together. Dr. Bradley Havens says some of the medicine you're taking could make you more photosensitive. That means you're more at risk of developing sunburn.
These include a lot of cholesterol medications, blood pressure medications, antibiotics. The FDA has a good list on their website of these medications.
It's a case-by-case scenario. Not everyone taking these medications will become photosensitive, but you should know the signs.
People will develop a lot of redness, especially in a pattern that's consistent with the sun exposure. So for example, if somebody's outside wearing a hat, they may not get that sun exposure on their face, so they will spare that area.
Another sunburn booster to watch out for: those creams and lotions that you put on your skin.
A variety of acne medications can affect your photosensitivity, specifically medications like tretinoin, also known as Retin-A.
Dr. Havens says if you're having any aesthetic procedure done, check with your esthetician if you need to limit your sun exposure. And though in these cases sunscreen doesn't protect you 100%, Dr. Havens says applying an added layer of protection is still better than nothing. His choice for a good sunscreen:
that has a very high SPF rating, 50 plus, but it also says broad spectrum, UVA and UVB. So this is the type of product that I would recommend.
And one more advice for skincare products: make sure those products are actually alcohol-free and free from fragrance. Dr. Havens says that's best for your skin. Reporting live, Nina Porciuncula, 13 Action News.
Nina, great advice. Thank you. And as the triple digits stick around, you need to know the signs of heat exhaustion. Those are confusion, dark colored urine, dizziness, fainting, fatigue, and headaches. If you notice any of these symptoms, get into the AC, lie down, drink cold water, and consider seeking medical help.
And also remember that your pets can also suffer from heat exhaustion as well. So you will notice panting, excessive drooling, and also their gums become dark red. So You should spray them with cold water or give them a cool bath. Also, think about adding a pinch of salt to your dog's water bowl to help replenish minerals that they've lost. And to protect their paws, walk your dogs early in the morning or at night. And here's a good reminder. If you can't keep the back of your hand on the ground for 5 seconds, it is too hot for their paws.
Well, the heat is also hard on your car. AAA predicts 14,000 drivers will call them for dead batteries. But there are ways to protect yours.
Make sure that your battery is securely in the slot where it needs to be. If a battery is loose in this, those vibrations can actually make it deteriorate a lot faster.
And your tires can also take a beating in the heat. AAA says check your tire pressure frequently.
Roughly, most cars, it's about 32 PSI, 32 to 35 is where you want your tire pressure to be.
And AAA also wants you to plan ahead. Keep a first aid kit, water and snacks in your car just in case you get stranded on the side of the road.
And of course, 13 Action News wants to help you prepare for your day. So make sure you download our free smartphone app featuring up-to-the-minute weather conditions. Well, officials in Arizona, they are investigating after a small plane crash near a Phoenix airport. The 50-year-old pilot was the only one on board. He was rushed to the hospital with bad burns. The plane reportedly took off from Lake Tahoe. The cause of that crash is still under investigation. Well, new tonight at 5, police say this domestic violence victim is under arrest, accused of beating another victim on the head with a railroad spike. And
police say it happened days after the two met at the Shade Tree domestic violence shelter. 13 Action News reporter Cynthia Maldonado is live. And Cynthia, you learned what apparently led up to all of this.
Yeah, Todd, Trisha, armed with a railroad spike, Jennifer Padilla is accused of beating another woman at this apartment complex called the Wind Palms, all because the victim rejected Padilla's sexual advances. Police say Padilla struck the woman at least 20 times to the point she was knocked out. Metro police say the victim suffered multiple lacerations and has a broken finger. The victim's daughter called 911 when she found Padilla attacking her mother. In a statement from the Shade Tree, the shelter says it's cooperating with the investigation, saying this unfortunate incident involving two former clients of the Shade Tree shelter is not consistent with nor reflective of our mission to provide safe shelter to women and children in crisis. The shelter says this is also a reminder to the community to be vigilant of predatory behavior. This is all the information I have. Reporting, Cynthia Maldonado, 13 Action News.
Cynthia, thank you. Well, one of the suspects accused of killing a California doctor and leaving his body in the trunk of a car along Lake Mead Boulevard pleaded guilty to an accessory to murder charge. Diana Pena told a judge that she knew at the time her former housemates, Kelsey Turner and Turner's boyfriend, killed Dr. Thomas Bouchard. Pena is being released until her sentencing. Turner and her boyfriend have both pleaded not guilty.
The El Cid Hotel in downtown Las Vegas is finally coming down. Demolition started today. The abandoned hotel, of course, has been a hotspot for squatters and has been set on fire several times over the years. In fact, just in February, 5 people had to be saved when it caught fire. The city council then approved its demolition shortly after, calling it an imminent hazard. Demolition should be complete by Thursday.
Well, some traffic troubles to warn you about. There are more Project Neon related closures tonight. NDOT is closing the Charleston on-ramp to southbound I-15 from 10 p.m. until 6 tomorrow morning. It's also closing the MLK on-ramp to southbound US 95 at 10. It will reopen at 5 a.m.
Former Daily Show host Jon Stewart blasted Congress today for its low attendance to a September 11th Victims' Compensation Fund hearing. Now, only a handful of lawmakers were there. Now, at times, you could hear Stewart's voice wavering as he was demanding full funding for the VCF with surviving 9/11 first responders behind him.
They did their jobs with courage, grace, tenacity, humility. 18 years later, do yours.
Well, Stewart received a standing ovation after finishing his fiery speech. The VCF announced earlier this year that it was running out of money. Supporters say the compensation funding for survivors should be made permanent.
The 19-year-old surfer who was attacked by a shark off the coast of North Carolina is reliving the frightening encounter. As ABC's Danya Backus reports, his attack comes just 1 week after another attack where a teenage girl lost most of her leg.
From his North Carolina hospital room, 19-year-old Austin Reed sharing how a joke with friends
I remember I told my friend, any day to get bit by a shark would be today. I don't know why I said that.
became reality.
I just felt something like grab onto my leg. And like I was like, oh my gosh. I told my friend, oh my gosh, I think it's got bit by a shark.
He was surfing Monday off the North Carolina coast when a shark took hold, yanking his foot from behind.
He said, yo, I got bit by a shark, and Austin's wanting to goof around a lot, so Tyler thought he was just kidding. And then he looked at his foot and realized he wasn't.
Austin was rushed to the hospital, speaking to ABC News just before going into surgery.
It was just bite marks. Like you can see some bones in my foot. So it got me pretty good.
His dangerous shark encounter coming just days after another incident 3 hours up the North Carolina coast.
Is she awake and breathing?
If she is, she's barely. She's in bad shape. I mean, her leg is almost gone.
17-year-old Paige Winter lost her leg in that attack. Her father managed to punch the shark 5 times on its head, saving his daughter's life. Experts say shark sightings are up. Nationwide, there are usually about 19 shark attacks each year, but that nearly doubled in 2018. As for Austin, he's expected to be fine and says he'll be back out on the water soon. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
What's happening right now, several fire departments around the valley are recruiting. The online application opens on June 18th. So if you're interested, go to at least one outreach session to learn about the testing and application process. You have to apply by July 2nd, and we do have a link to do that and the outreach locations. It's all on our website at ktnv.com/links.
A crook crashes through a business.
And he's just loading his pockets.
Why police say this criminal is a pro.
Plus, Pay Your Age is coming back with a twist, though. What Build-A-Bear is doing to prevent long lines and tears of disappointment.
And Target is the latest company to add child care help for its workers. Why companies are feeling pressure to be more family-friendly. A new video shows a crook crashing down through a bathroom ceiling of a Wisconsin business before the person heads to the cash registers, emptying one, then another. But they're not done. The crook walks into the office and opens a safe, stealing more money before escaping out the back door.
We're a small business owners, and to see somebody just come in there as easily as he was able to do that and take our money, it's a day of money gone out of our business.
And police told the owner the crook looks like a pro, and officers say they're looking into whether the crook stole from a different business on the same night.
Well, today, voters in 3 southern Nevada cities get to decide who they want making decisions. City council or mayoral races, they are being held in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Boulder City as well. Polls across the valley, they are open now for about another hour and a half or so. They're going to close tonight at 7, and we'll have those results tonight on 13 Action News live at 11.
Well, unemployment levels are at some of their lowest in decades, and employers are upping the ante in terms of what they're offering to attract quality workers.
Yeah, in fact, Target just announcing that it's adding new child care benefits and also expanding paid family leave. And new tonight at 5, reporter Chris Welch takes a look at how this is becoming a trend.
Starting this fall, full-time and part-time workers at Target will get 20 days of backup child care or elder care. Now, the company's parental leave policy is changing too. Instead of 2 weeks paid leave, employees will get up to 4 weeks annually to care for a newborn or sick family member.
The job market is definitely an employee-friendly market.
Job seekers can thank the 3.6% unemployment rate, the lowest it's been in 50 years, for playing a big part. Employers have to do more to attract quality workers. Best Buy added a similar backup child care plan last year, and several companies have upped their minimum wage.
Everybody's having to do something. Everyone's having to kind of add value to what they offer to employees in order to attract, some of the top talent and people that are going to stay with the company long term.
Molly Vigil runs employment agency The Employment Firm and says keeping people long term is key. 1, because training new employees is costly, but 2, because it makes a company more successful in the long run.
It just adds a lot of value to the company when you've got a staff that really, knows a lot about the company, knows what they're doing, and can just add a lot of value to what they're doing every single day.
I'm Chris Welch reporting.
From Contact 13, chances are if you've bought tickets to an event in the past few years, you paid some steep prices. So what's being done to keep ticket costs affordable? Well, today the FTC discussed how bots are being used by resellers. They buy all the tickets within minutes of them going on sale, then name whatever price they want. More than a dozen states have made ticket bots illegal, but consumer advocates want harsher punishments against resellers using bots. And remember the Build-A-Bear promotion mess last year? How could we forget, right? Families waited in line for hours only to be turned away from getting a bear at a major discount. Well, this is video of those long lines at downtown Summerlin. The company is bringing the promotion back with changes. This year, you must sign up online and win a ticket to be able to pay your child's age. More than 200,000 tickets will be given away.
Well, as Dan was talking about earlier, the triple-digit heat is going to be sticking around now for a couple more days, but there, of course, are free, also even cheap ways to cool down. Remember, you could always take your kids to dozens of splash pads across the valley for free. And also, while you do have to pay to go to city and county pools, they aren't going to break your budget. We do have a complete list of various pools and splash pads around town on our website. Just go check it out at ktnv.com/links. I know I'm looking forward to getting a splash pad or two myself.
I can't wait to get in a pool sometime soon. It's now pool weather officially. Yes.
It is, and pool weather is here for a long time in Vegas, through about September usually. All right, so outside today, temperatures right now, yeah, we're hot. Luckily, not quite 105 like we thought, but we're close enough. Sitting at 102 right now at McCarran, so that ties so far the hottest day of the year. That tied 2 days we had last week at 102. 99 right now, Boulder City sitting at 95, Indian Springs. These numbers were expected to be a few degrees higher. We had these high clouds that thickened up throughout the afternoon. That actually helped keep us a little cooler. Temperatures can still go up until about 6 o'clock. We'll see what happens. As of now, 102 is it. And that's where we're currently sitting. All right, so these high clouds are going to be around over the next several hours. We'll get some breaks tonight, some clear skies, and then again tomorrow. High clouds expected. Not sure they're going to be as thick as today, but we're definitely going to have those high clouds around throughout your Wednesday. But temperatures actually going up. Tomorrow is the peak of the heat. Then we're going to start going downhill Thursday and especially into your weekend, but still triple digits expected almost every day over the next week. Well, tomorrow, here you go, 105. Four Roads Ranch sitting at 82 up in the mountain. Winds are not going to be much of an issue anywhere. 106 North Las Vegas, 106 Aliante. For sure, tomorrow is going to be the hottest day of the year. And look at Whitney, possibly hitting 110 degrees for your Wednesday afternoon. Same with Henderson. 107 officially for McCarran. 106 Lake Mead. So that excessive heat warning still in effect throughout the day Wednesday because of those numbers. Now, you think 107 is bad. It could be worse. Look at the hottest temperature we've ever seen in the month of June. That's also the hottest temperature Las Vegas has ever recorded, 117 degrees. So at least we're 10 degrees away from that. The record low, 48. Thing of the past, we'll never see temperatures that cool ever again in Las Vegas during the overnights for June. All right, so into the weekend. Temperatures back down to around average. 101 Friday, 101 Saturday, still hot, just not this extreme heat that we're expecting for tomorrow. A little bit of a rain chance actually around the mountains Friday and Sunday. Not a great chance. We'll be watching that closely and possibly some rain developing in the valley Friday. Not a very good chance at all. We'll be watching that. Still a couple days to see what happens. Winds are going to pick up a little Thursday. Still hot, 105 degrees. Overnight lows, not much relief into the low 80s and upper 70s.
Dan, thank you. Well, gone are the days of dollar beer nights. Now, the new drink special the Las Vegas Lights FC wants Cashman Field to be known for.
And at 6 tonight, marijuana is a billion-dollar industry, but dispensaries still can't put money in the bank because of federal laws. The surprising way cash is being handled and what's being done in Nevada.
Well, apparently you could forget dollar beer night, the Las Vegas Lights FC. They are offering $2 tequila nights. Oh boy, Cashman Field is offering the shots at all stadium bars the next 5 home games through August 24th. Tickets start at just $10. Of course, just remember to drink responsibly, and always there's rideshare as an option too.
Always call a rideshare, absolutely. Well, it's important to keep your kids off the so-called summer slide. That's when they potentially lose what they've learned during the last school year. Well, 13 Action News wants to help keep your kids' minds engaged over the summer and stop the summer slide with Summer Rise. And we are holding a book drive through the 21st. You can drop off new or gently used books at dozens of locations across the valley. Find a full list on our website at ktnv.com/summerrise. This 13 Connect Summer Rise community campaign is sponsored by Subaru of Las Vegas and America First Credit Union. Dan.
Well, this heat continues into tomorrow. I think tomorrow is definitely going to be the peak of the heat. Our forecast high is still sitting at 107 degrees for your Wednesday. That is quite dangerous. If you're going to be outside for a long period of time, take your breaks, drink that water, avoid the outdoors if you can. Slightly cooler this week and still triple digits. It is June. This is going to be very common now the next few months. Winds will pick up a little Thursday, dropping those temperatures, and a slight chance of rain on Friday.
Dan, thank you. Well, new on 13 Action News Live at 6, a hero returns home after the trip of a lifetime. His experience on the beaches of Normandy 75 years after D-Day.
And coming up later in tonight's ABC Primetime lineup, it begins at 8 o'clock with The Bachelorette. At 10, Big Money, No Whammies, and it's the season premiere of Press Your Luck. Then stay with us for 13 Action News Live at 11.
Press Your Luck. That was a great one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's our news for now. Stay with us for ABC's World News Tonight up next.